Good morning, students. I hope you are all safe at home. I am Priya. You are watching EduStar Class 3 English Lesson 4 A Train Adventure of Wild Animals. Already we heard half of the story. It's been a long time since we learnt this A Train Adventure of Wild Animals. Today, I will tell you the remaining story with a small recap. Every one of us might travel in train. It's a comfortable journey for us in train. Traveling on a train gives us a better experience than bus, car or any other transport mode. You may excited when you traveled first time in a train. Like the same, in this lesson, the jungle animals also very excited. Okay, let's move into this story. One fine day, an empty goods train was going very fast through a jungle. There was only the train driver and the guard. Except them, there was nobody in the train, and the entire train was empty. All the animals heard the sound of train and they came out to watch this strange creature which moved through the forest with puffing smoke from its nose. All the animals were excited and had strong desire to ride on the train. The keen rabbit turned to the elephant and asked,
"What is this creature called? Does it live in the jungle?"
On hearing that, the wise old elephant shook his head, moving from one side to the other to show it was not. And the elephant replied that,
No, this is not a creature. It is called a train.
Suddenly, the fox spoke loudly in excitement.
Oh, I would love to take a ride on this train. Can we ask the driver to take us along? After all, it is empty.
After hearing this, the elephant started to think. While the elephant was thinking, all the other animals were joined and said chorus,
Oh, we would like to go for a ride too.
that is, all the other animals also want to take a train ride. By hearing these conversation, all the animals scratched their heads and wondered what to do next. At that time, the train slowed down and came to a halt. Meanwhile, the elephant started nodding his head and walked towards the train engine. When it reached, the elephant lifted his long trunk to point to the train. He moved his ears up and down and side to side. He looked at the driver and asked him for a ride. Up to this, we had seen in the previous session. Let us see what was happened next. The train driver was wondered and surprised to see all the wild animals together. But he loved animals a lot. So he thought Why don't we give lift for them? It will be great fun to travel with wild animals. Also, he thought it will be unexpected experience to travel with wild animals. Then he allowed the animals to get into the train. All the animals were really excited, and it is the first time that the train was full of animals of all shapes and sizes. The driver and the guard were surprised to see so many animals on their train. Now the train started moving. Gradually, the train picked up the speed. The animals are freezed in wonder. There are so many trees and ponds, flowers, grass, everything, even the sun, cloud, seemed to be moving with them. They were so happy and excited. After some time, the train started slowing down and finally came to the halt. It's time to depart. The train driver told the animals that they have been come a long way and they were about to get out of the jungle because the jungle was home for all wild animals. So the driver asked the animals to get down from train. With excitement, the animals wanted to travel for some more distance, but they understood that they must get down. So the animals stepped off the train one by one. After they get down from the train, the animals went closer to the driver and the guard. The animals touched and rubbed them with their nose and mouth by showing their affection towards the driver and the guard. This is the way that the animals showed their thank you and gratitude in their special way. After that, they watched that train moved by making the sound of an engine running slowly. The animals watched it emotionally because this is the wild animals' first ride in the train. That's why the animals felt it like an adventure. Students, I hope you enjoy this story. Now it's time to read this lesson. Take your English book, turn page number 13, lesson 4, A Train Adventure of Wild Animals. Keep your index finger on the line and read with me. While a train was passing through a jungle with just 2 human beings inside. Animals were surprised to see the moving train. They wanted to go on a drive in the train and see what it was like. Read on to know what happens afterwards. An empty goods train was speeding through a jungle. Except the driver and the guard, there was nobody. The entire train was empty. All the animals came out to watch this strange creature that moved through the forest, puffing smoke from its nose. The curious rabbit turned to the elephant and asked, "What is this creature called? Does it live in the jungle?" The wise old elephant shook his head to and fro and said, "No, no, this is not a creature. It is called a train." The fox pitched in, "Oh, I would love to take a ride on this train. Can we ask the driver to take us along? After all, it is empty." The elephant started to think as all the other animals joined the chorus, "Oh, we would love to go for a ride too." Turn page number 14. As the animals scratched their heads, wondering what to do next, the train slowed down and came to a halt. Meanwhile, the elephant started nodding his head and started walking towards the train engine. When he reached, the elephant lifted his long trunk to point to the train. He waggled his huge flapping ears, looked at the driver, and asked him for a ride. The train driver was quite surprised, but he loved animals. So he thought, "Why not? It will be great fun." He asked them to get into the train. All the animals were really excited, and in no time the train was full of animals of all shapes and sizes. The driver and the guard were surprised to see so many animals in their train. The train started moving. Slowly, it picked up speed. The animals gazed in wonder. Trees, ponds, flowers, grass, everything, even the sun, seemed to be moving along. They were so happy and excited. After some time, the train started slowing down and finally came to a halt. Just then, the driver said, "We have come a long way and we are about to get out of the jungle. All the animals should get down here." The animals wanted to stay on longer, but they understood that they must get down. One by one, they stepped off the train. As they moved away, they all lovingly nuzzled the driver and the god, saying, "Thank you," in their own special way, and then watched as the train chalked away. Okay, children, try to read this lesson once again by your own. Now take your English classwork. Take a fresh page in your English classwork. Write today's date here. Write page number. Students, leave one line between each and every lines, okay? And use capital letters wherever needed. Lesson 4. A train adventure of wild animals. First Roman letter, meanings. First one, curious, eager to know. 2. Gaze, a steady intent look. 3. Halt, stop. Roman letter 2, opposites. First one, empty, full. 2. Many, few. 3. Long, short. 4. Slow, fast. 5. Love, hate. Roman letter 3, tenses, present tense, past tense, past participle. First one, ride, rode, ridden. 2. Live, lived, lived. 3. Move, moved, moved. 4. Shake, shook, shaken. 5. Ask, asked, asked. Roman letter 4, question and answer. First one, which vehicle was speeding through the jungle? Answer, an empty goods train was speeding through the jungle. 2. Who asked the animals to get into the train? Answer, the train driver asked the animals to get into the train. 3. How did the animals feel during the train travel? Answer, the animals felt very happy and excited during the train travel. 4. Who were surprised to see the animals? Answer, the train driver and the god were surprised to see the animals. Roman letter 5, quotation. First one, what is this creature called? Lesson, a train adventure of wild animals. Who asked? The curious rabbit. To whom? The wise old elephant. Here creature refers an empty goods train. Parents, kindly guide your kids to write their classwork and ask them to study whenever they are free. Parents, kindly send us the photos of English classwork lesson 4, a train adventure of wild animals through this mail ID. Thank you, parents and my dear students.